What's up, YouTube? I have another junk Zippo video for you guys today. Now this one is kind of interesting and caught my eye on eBay. It was very inexpensive like the other Zippo. It wasn't quite as expensive. This one was $5 free shipping. The other one was $3 in free shipping, or it was $2.50. I can't really remember. I'd have to go back and look. But this one is slightly older than the Jack Daniels one that I got for $3 or $2.50. However, the reason why I am calling it the Hillbilly Zippo is because someone decided to fix the hinge pin themselves. And honestly, I've never seen a Zippo on eBay quite like this one, that where someone took some form of pin, stainless steel pin, and bent it around. I mean, I've seen people use like paper clips and stuff like that, but I've never seen someone just take whatever, pin type thing and just bend it like that and not, bend it all the way around. And they were just like, oh, okay, that's good enough for me. But as you guys can see, this is a January of 1998 by the XIV. And this Zippo next month will be 23 years old. So this thing has been around longer than me by 2 years. But anyway, so this one kind of caught my eye, guys, just because of the wear and the tear, and it kind of tells a story, as well as the fact that no one else on eBay was really paying attention to A, the seller, and B, this particular Zippo on eBay. So I decided to contact the seller, ask him a couple questions about it. Sure enough, they responded, and so I decided to go ahead and purchase it, because for $5, even though I will need to be sending this into Zippo to get the hinge pin replaced and fixed, still, guys, I mean, you can't really go wrong with a Zippo for that cheap. But as you can see, it does have character, and it does tell a interesting story, at least in my opinion. But anyway, so there's another thing I wanted to show you as well, is this, whoever owned this Zippo before me used the absolute shit out of this lighter, which I'm sure you guys could already tell just by the condition of the outside of the lighter. However, on the inside, you're not really going to be able to see that, but you'll be able to see it on here. I mean, this is the worst insert I have ever seen on a lighter of this age, by far. Like, literally, you're not, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it here, but that literally looks like a mound. You can't really even make out, you can barely make out where the little brass tube is that guides the flint. And this thing also didn't come with a flint. It came, and I was going like that, and there was no spark, so I just figured, oh, well, at least it's not jammed, because I could see a little piece of something that looked like a flint, but it wasn't sparking, so that was the spacer in there. But again, I put a flint in there, so it does work, because I am going to be using this original insert when I get this lighter back from Zippo, when they fix that hinge, because I don't want to send this in, because they will toss this and send me a new one unless I write them a note. But I don't really want to write them a note when I can just not send it in, and they'll give me a free insert. However, I really want to show you guys just how, I mean, cruddy the condition of this insert cotton and felt pad is compared to the organic cotton that I have, that I will be filling this insert with once I'm done. And also, one thing I noticed about this when I first took it apart, was the holes that they punched in this are a little off. I've never seen a lighter quite like this, a Zippo insert, at least, that where the hole was off to one side. I mean, I've seen a couple photos online, but I've never actually owned one until now, so it's kind of interesting. I mean, really not important, though. When I put it back in, I'll probably flip it like this just so it looks a little nicer. But this cotton in here, guys, well, what I should say is more accurately rayon, is dingy. I mean, so look at that, guys, and then look at this. This is what it should look like. So whoever owned this thing, I'm guessing, was a cigarette smoker, a heavy cigarette smoker, and they just never ever changed their cotton, never ever changed their felt pad, never ever changed their wick. Who knows, when I take the cotton all the way out of this lighter, which I haven't done yet, I mean, who knows, they might not have ever even trimmed their wick. And sure enough, they haven't. Look at that. Brand new freaking wick. So that's what I'm going to be doing, guys. I do have the acetone back here because that's what I'm going to be doing, is soaking the insert first in acetone and then soaking the case, because the inside of the case needs to be cleaned out as well. As you can see, that is the original wick, and yeah, that honestly to me looks to be a full-on... Oh, damn. Well, as you guys can clearly see here, that person, I'm guessing whoever owned this originally, never ever trimmed their wick. I mean, that thing's like gone. That was just ash at that point. But anyway, I'm going to be rerouting it with this part going up so I don't have to go buy a new wick for this lighter, because again, this is what I'm going to be dubbing the Hillbilly Zippo. I don't really want to spend any money on it, to be honest. I just want to be able to use this lighter because it has an interesting characteristics on its case as well on the insert. And I just find that interesting that someone took whatever this was and just bent it into a hinge, because again, I've seen people use stuff like paper clips, but I've never seen whatever the heck this is. But anyway, guys, I figured I'd just come on here and make this video, and there went the flint. Glad that didn't go down in this. There's a little crack in this table, because if that had gone down there, I probably never would have gotten that flint back. But I mean, I guess I can stay on here and just show you guys what I do with the acetone, and all that came out. I mean, there is like crud all up in the Zippo, guys. I mean, here, maybe you can see it better now that nothing's in there. I mean, that is literally like gunk and grime and buildup, and that's why I'm just going straight to acetone with this lighter. I'm not even going to waste lighter fluid doing that, because I'd waste like half a freaking bottle of lighter fluid trying to use that to get rid of all of the crud. So I will stick that in there like this, let it sit for a while, as well as, you know, swirling it around. And that stuff, the acetone, works really great at breaking down the residue and ash buildup, or not ash, carbon and stuff from the wick as well as the flint. So anyway, guys, that's going to be the video, and I will show you a little bit more of this lighter itself. I mean, honestly, I think judging from this these types of characteristics, this lighter wasn't left alone for quite too long, just because if the camera will focus, you can focus, come on, God, piece of shit. Anyway, as you can see, there we go, that's pretty good now. Again, sorry guys, this phone is old, and I will be getting a new phone most likely before I do my Zippo collection video, because honestly, the focusing quality on this phone really gets on my nerves sometimes. Anyway, back to the point. The point I'm making is if it has characteristics like this, where the corners are more shiny, sometimes will indicate that the lighter was still being carried fairly recently. However, there are other areas like this where it's not shiny at all, so who really knows when the last time this lighter was used, guys. It's old, 23 years old almost, so you know, I just thought it would be cool to have and cool to actually use and get some, you know, more use out of this lighter, because this thing has decades and decades, if not centuries, left of use to be had out of it. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy the video. I'll show you a little bit more of the case. As you can see, it does have some interesting tarnish going on in certain places, but again, I just thought it was an interesting little lighter for $5 to send into Zippo and just to, you know, clean up and use again. And I will see you guys in the next video.